Hello and welcome back to the channel. Unless you're new, then welcome. Today I'm going to be making 3 easy and delicious high protein meals. All of these recipes take less than 30 minutes to prepare, and I'll have all the ingredients and the macros in the description. They will be calculated for you. I'm going to be starting with my personal favorite, which is kimchi jjigae or kimchi stew. Traditionally, it's made with tofu and I think pork belly, but I'm gonna swap out the pork belly and add lean beef just to make it a little bit more macro friendly and to really up the anabolicness of the meal. Let's get started because I'm pretty hungry and genuinely I'm excited to eat this. Ingredients you'll need: garlic, also onion. Unfortunately, I only have red onion, but yellow onion makes a lot more sense here. If you have onion, definitely use that. Tofu, beef. This is my beef. Comes pre-sliced from H Mart. Hey, you're being a little bit rude. We're trying to film. Okay? Shoyu or soy sauce. A little dash of fish sauce. Of course, kimchi. Gochujang, gochugaru, green onion. Oh, and one more thing. Where is it? Beef stock. I'm using a powder. Just mix it with water to make beef stock. So I did not realize that I bought the whole cabbage kimchi. So I'm gonna start with cutting that up into bite-sized pieces. No problem at all. We're just gonna get in there. Wow. Oh! This is the really good kimchi though. I'll just put this to the side for now. Next, I'll portion and weigh out the beef so we have a clear idea of the protein content here. So I'm gonna go for 6 ounces today. There's our beef. Now I'm gonna chop it up a little bit just so we have more bite-sized friendly beefs. And it's going right on the kimchi juice because we're all friends here. We're all gonna be friends in the pot. It is lean, so it's a little bit chewy. I prefer it to be just a little bit smaller so I'm not chewing forever. Okay, the beef is all chopped up and that's virtually all the prep we have aside from slicing the tofu. So I'll see you at the pot. I'm gonna get this on medium high and then add our oil and garlic. Then add our beef. Kimchi. I made a paste out of these remaining ingredients so we can add this too. And about a cup of water and then half a teaspoon of the beef stock powder and right into the bowl. I'm gonna attempt to pour this gracefully. Oh, okay, not bad. I'm going to add 1 serving of tofu. Can't forget the green onion, and man. I'm ready to eat. Ta-da! This is so filling, and as someone who loves spicy food, this is one of my favorite meals. Ooh. It's a new day and a new high protein meal. Today's meal is fish tacos. I'm making mine with mahi. Mahi or mahi? You don't need to say it 3 times. But this, I don't see why this wouldn't work with any kind of white fish. So tilapia, cod, I'm sure that would be fine. I just get mahi from Costco, so that works for me, but keeping it to white fish to keep the macros nice and sharp for us. So the ingredients for this are going to be, get this a little bit lower, tomato. I'm going to be making a bit of a salsa fresca, or like a pico de gallo. So I have lemon, lime, tomato, avocado, red onion, garlic, tortillas. 3 of these are 110 calories. They're like mini tortillas, but very filling. Red pepper, chili powder, cumin. I'm almost completely out. Like, I don't even know how much I'm going to be able to get out of there. And citrusy garlic. I'm going to start first making the salsa fresca, and a bit of like a guacamole, but kind of simplified because, again, we want this to be quick. So it's really just going to be like mashed avocado, lime juice, and garlic with some salt. And that really makes the taco more, it's not super dry. And avocado is great for you. Let's get started on that salsa. I forgot to mention cilantro. That's very, very important. I'm going to be cutting up the cilantro now. So simple, so tasty. And then last bit is this. I'm just going to mash together avocado, lime juice, and minced garlic. I have this big slab of fish on the stove now. It's currently unseasoned. I'm going to be doing kind of like a reverse seasoning method. I think that's what it's called, where I'm just going to, for efficiency's sake, cook it, flake it up. Once it's cooked, then I'll add the seasoning and then put the tacos together. I almost forgot to add the red pepper. That would have been so sad. That was a pretty big fish, so I do have a good amount of extra. I can make another taco or two, or just eat this plain on the side because it's still tasty on its own. Let us eat. Hello, it's time for our third and final meal. Last but not least, burger bowls. If you hear that whirring, that's just my air fryer going right now because I am cooking my sweet potatoes right now. But let's overview this meal. This is a pretty meal prep friendly meal because if you have ground beef already cooked and ready to go, like, this can take less than 10 minutes. This is like probably the most efficient one. I already cooked the ground beef, so lucky for me, I don't have to worry about that anymore. All that's left is chopping up the rest of the toppings. And it's basically like a deconstructed burger is the concept. So I'm gonna have lettuce, red onion, and then I'm adding also cottage cheese, which doesn't really go in a burger, but it adds some protein, so we can't complain. And once it's all together in the bowl, it mixes really well. And then sweet potato, that's going right now. That's almost done. What really makes this delicious is the burger sauce. So I have a few condiments, actually not much. My personal take on it, I see it made often with like mustard and ketchup and stuff, but like I'm not a huge fan of those things. Feel free to get creative here, but for me personally, I'm doing light mayo, sriracha, and then I mix in jalapeno juice because this is one of my toppings that I'll add. And I think it's pretty delicious, but feel free to make it your own. Voila. These are looking nice and toasty, so I'll add that in. Probably should let it cool first, but oh well. This is the tripod I've been using, by the way. Then I'm just gonna measure the mayo. This is light mayo, so a little more calorie friendly, I guess, but not super important because I am still bulking. Just a dash. Then get the beef on there. Cottage cheese. Yum. Boom. Oh, this smells really good. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I'm very excited to try. I've only had this a couple times before, but it's been a hit. This might be my favorite. Why was I sleeping on this? Don't underestimate that cottage cheese. That's a really good addition. That's a wrap on all of the recipes for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your favorite in the comments. And if you end up trying any of these recipes, I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to lift, laugh, and love. Bye.